Awesome. So blessed and thankful that you are here, love. So, your wildly successful, crazy busy assessment is a first great step in identifying where your gap is in your life and your schedule and where that's coming from. So, this assessment is step 1 of 7 in my Shine Bright system and will help just totally identify exactly where your overwhelm is currently coming from, right? Because it can change over time too. So we are going to just go over the assessment. Your time is precious, and I know that you're crazy busy, so I wanted to get started. So, because just one small intentional shift can align your whole day, your whole week, your whole year, right? Your whole life. So, and it's just really about making really small shifts, not dramatic lifestyle changes, to help you be your best. So on a scale from 1 to 5, I just want you to rate how you feel about these categories in your life. So 1 is I feel terrible, I worry a lot, I don't feel like I have it handled very well. And number 5 is like, bam, I feel great and so aligned with this category. And so the first one is your career, your purpose and passion. So how are you feeling when you walk in your job? How are you feeling? Do you feel excited to start the day, or are you feeling like drained and overwhelmed before you even get there? So how are you feeling about that? Because that is where you spend more than likely the majority of your time. So we want to make sure that you are feeling good about being there and about what you're doing, right? And so, your purpose and passion, more than likely, maybe part of your job is like what you love, like it's like a passion and feel like it's like your purpose. But maybe some of your job is like dragging you down. It's kind of weighing you down, right? So, the key thing is to try to figure out what part that you love and that you feel like is just your zone of genius, because that's where we want to try to keep you more, is in your zone of genius, right? So anyhow, 1 to 5, how do you feel about all that? The second thing is your family. How are you feeling about your family? And this is your children, your husband, your significant other. Are you spending intentional time with them? Are you planning date night with your husband, like once a month or once a week? With your kids, are you scheduling like special things for them that they would like to do? I know one of the things that my daughter loves to do, I have 2 children, a son and a daughter, and my daughter is 13, and she loves when I pick her up from school and I take her to lunch. It just takes, a half an hour out of my day, and I run and grab her for lunch, and we just get some really quality time together. So that's like, I know how she feels loved. And my son is like a super outdoorsy kid, so he loves to be outside riding 4-wheelers and working on things. So I'm always trying to like be present with him. So we ride 4-wheelers, or I'll just hang out with him a little bit. And so anyhow, so how are you feeling about your family? Or is, what about like, are you planning like intentional things to do on the weekends together? Like, or maybe like once every quarter you go somewhere and do something really fun and exciting to create great memories. So just peek your head up and think about, we can get so busy and overwhelmed that it's like we can't wait for the weekend to get here, and then the weekend comes and goes and we really didn't do anything, that could really be creating great memories and long-lasting fun for everybody. So the third thing is like health and wellness. So how are you feeling with your health? And this is physical and mental. So how are you feeling with your health? Are you trying to get like exercise in every day, like 30 minutes, and eating clean and healthy and drinking enough water and like getting the proper amount of sleep, right? So that you can feel your best. Or do you feel like you need to maybe drop some pounds, those extra pounds that we find come on so quickly? So how are you feeling about that? And then your mental health, it's more like, okay, your thoughts. Like, how are your thoughts every day, right? Typically we have as women about 50,000 thoughts per day, which is overwhelming in itself, right? So how are your thoughts? What are you thinking? Are you speaking life over yourself? Are your thoughts to the positive, 80% of the time at least? Are you participating in gossip and commiserating and comparison mode and things like that? So those are all things that can really, really affect us. So I just want you to rate like how you're feeling about all that. And number 4, is self-care. You pure happiness? How are you feeling? Where are you at on your priority list? Are you top on the list, bottom on the list? Are you prioritizing self-care? And with self-care, it just needs to be something that just brings you pure joy, right? That helps you to like wind down and relax. And for you, that could be, getting up first thing in the morning and going for a walk by yourself. It could be reading a book. It could be staying in bed all day Sunday and just vegging out and reading books, or having a pajama day. It could be doing a bath at night before you go to bed with some like awesome smelly Epsom salts, right? I love lavender and eucalyptus, and that's one of the things that I like to do for part of my self-care that really helps me to wind down before I go to bed. So where are you at on that list? Or maybe it's a massage, right? Once a month or every other week. So where are you on that list? Are you getting all this? Is this making sense to you? I hope so. So the fifth one is organization. What's your organization like, right? Of the three key areas is your work, right? Your desk area, your office space, or your workspace, whatever that is for you. What is that like? Are you able to find things quickly? Do you feel organized? And it's more like how are you feeling when you walk in there? Would cleaning up that stack of to-dos, go through your in basket, organize things into folders. Would that help you feel better? And then how about your vehicle? What does your vehicle look like? Right? Because we spend a lot of time hauling kids around, and what does our vehicles look like? Is it, a bunch of garbage and empty cans and stuff in there, or is it pretty cleaned out and neat and tidy? So think about how your vehicle looks. And then at home, are there literally those piles of things like mail and different things that you just know you need to get to, but you haven't had a chance to? Or that closet, right? Or the room that maybe just needs freshened up and some things taken care of to make you feel better. So how are you feeling about your organization in general? Number 6 is parenting. And I would say give yourself a little ease and grace with this, right? Because it can be the hardest thing, but also the most rewarding. And so one of the books that I just love to read that really helps me is Parenting with Love and Logic. And there's a book from birth to around 12. And then there's a teenager book, a Parenting Love and Logic with teens. And it just really has helped me a lot. So I would just, how you feeling on parenting these days, right? It's always shifting and changing depending on the age and everything. So I have 2 teenagers now, so it's definitely mind blown. But it's good. It's a good thing. And let's see. Okay, so number 7 is work and home environment. How are you feeling about your work and home environment? So meaning more like your spaces, right? So at work, is your desk ergonomically correct? Is that is that working for you? A lot of times some employers provide stand-up desks where your computer can actually raise up, so it's so much better for your mind, body, and soul that you can stand up a little bit during the day. So how are you feeling about that? Or maybe your office needs rearranged a little bit, right? Maybe you need some new organizational little folders or things like that to help you feel better. So, and also this goes with relationships with coworkers. How are your relationships? Are you having a difficult time dealing with some people, or are you getting along with everyone pretty well? Or do you find yourself maybe not being as bold and confident as what you would like to be in meetings and stuff when you have an opinion, and for some reason you just kind of back off and let other people take the lead? So how are you feeling about your work environment? And then at home too. So with those spaces, does a room need to be reorganized and painted, fresh paint? Or how's your bedroom? How do you feel when you get in your bedroom at night? Does things need to be put away? Does it make you feel like it's really relaxing in there, and and ready to get the proper rest that you need? So just think about some of your environment factors. Is this making any sense to you? Yeah? All right. So number 8 is financial situation. And let's talk about money, because are you following your inflow and outflow on a weekly basis? Could you tell me where you're at within a couple $100s of your checking account balance right now? Or your debts? Could you tell me how much you owe within a few $100s to all your creditors, if you have any? And so how are you feeling about everything? Are you feeling like you're handling it fine? Or you feel like you're living paycheck to paycheck? Or you've got an awesome plan where you're saving and you're putting money back for college for the kids and all that good stuff? So just in general, how are you feeling about money? And then number 9 is your spirituality. And so one of the things that I like to do, how are you feeling about that? Are you wanting to spend more time? Are you feeling like you don't have time to do that? And no judgment here. So I know for me, one of the things that I love to do is I spend time with the Lord every morning with my Bible, and that really helps give me clarity and it grounds me for the day. And it just kind of sets the tone for the whole day because I have some quiet time in the morning to organize my thoughts, to get moving for the day. So I just kind of really have a clear direction before everything starts coming at me. And number 10 is your future and your ability to succeed, pursuing your dreams. Have you thought about what you want in a long time? So many times, throughout our life, especially when we find ourselves after kids and career and everything, that what is the next thing, right? So we still need to keep our goals and dreams and visions at the forefront. So we still are moving forward, right? And so I'm just curious what you feel about your goals and dreams right now and what you want. What do you truly want? What do you want to do? Have you thought about that in a long time? So think about that a little bit. And you know what? Now we've taken the assessment to know more about what area you're overwhelmed, right? So if you go back and look through there, you can see a few spots that you may have scored low on. And I can help give you small shifts that you need to make for a massive breakthrough, right? Does this resonate with you? Does that sound like it's something you'd be interested in? So I've been there, and there is a way through all this to end the cycle once and for all, so you can wake up with a happy and manageable schedule, fully aligned with your top priorities that are super important to you, including you, to find peace amidst the chaos in your crazy busy schedule. Does that sound good? So let's talk about how to schedule your ideal work day so nothing gets dropped, including you, love, right? We don't want you to get dropped because this whole thing is about you being your best, right? And living your best, your very best life. So let's chat so I can give you my recommendation for your next ideal step. So are you ready to shine bright in all areas of your life and work and family and home? So click below to access my calendar right now. Talk to you soon.